How many of you know about the Koto? How many of you know the tune Sakura? Probably everybody here. I'm going to start off with Sakura, and then I'll talk a little bit about these instruments. How many of you know Kojo no Tsuki? The Moonlight on the Castle Ruins. This was written in 1901, or published in 1901, and it was intended as music for junior high students to study. And it's not a native Japanese tune per se, but it was written in a style that would be like Japanese. And it's kind of like O Susanna. O Susanna was written by Stephen Foster, but it took on a life of its own, and it's now a folk song, even though it was originally written as, it wasn't, there are lyrics to it, but they were added later. It was originally just an instrumental piece. Thank you. The koto was originally like many things, it was imported from the Tang Dynasty and Sung Dynasty time and to Japan. And so I'm going to bring a koto and you can look at it. It's actually a sculpture of an animal. So I'm going to bring it around and you can look at it so you can see what it looks like. And then I'll have people guess as to what animal it's supposed to be. Okay, only one person guessed what this is supposed to represent. It represents a dragon. And if you look at the top of the koto, it has a big hole, which is where the strings enter and are attached, but it's called the mouth of the dragon. So this koto has the sound of a full-size koto. The full-size koto is about 6 feet and 3 inches. There are 2 schools of koto playing. One is called ikuta and the other is yamada. The picks that I have are square, so we know that they're ikuta school. And even though it's ikuta school, we use yamada kotos because they're louder. Okay. Is that scale major or minor? Anybody? How many people think it sounds like a minor scale? This is true. It goes D, G, A, B flat, D, E flat, which is like G minor in Western terms. However, the 3 pieces I just played for you, even though they sound minor from a Western point of view, they aren't particularly sad or melancholy. And this is called the in scale, I-N. And I'm going to retune the koto and put it into the yo school, yo scale, and you'll be able to hear a little bit of that. This next instrument is called Ichigenkin, which means one string zither. The word for the character, the kanji for zither, is used for zhang, which is a Chinese instrument that's probably the ancestor. I'm going to really show you the Ichigenkin, and then I'll do a couple of pieces. Thank you. The next tune I'm going to play is probably familiar. It was written in 1961 and became a parade hit in America in 1963. This tune is, of course, called Sukiyaki. And when it was released in the United States, they needed a name for it. And so when they were naming Wyoming, they were left with this last square of land that they'd stole from the Indians. And they didn't know what to call it, so they were going to call it Absaroka, which is the Crows' name for themselves. They're north of Wyoming. And so they wanted to go to lunch, and they didn't know they didn't like the name Absaroka. And so a senator from the Wyoming Valley, which straddles Pennsylvania and New York, says, well, hell, let's call it Wyoming. So they did. So this is kind of like Sukiyaki. The name of the dish has nothing to do with the lyrics or the composer's intention. The last piece I'm going to play is called Fireflies Come, which is Ho Tari Koi. Kuru, to come, becomes koi when it's a command. So this is Fireflies Come. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the Koto and the Ichigenkin. Thank you.
That was just lovely to hear, wasn't it? 素晴らしい音色ですね。そしてリラックスできましたでしょうか? With instruments with such a great and grand history, you can't help but want to learn more about it. ことと一元金は歴史のある楽器です。もっと知りたくなってきますね。David さん、Thank you so much. ありがとうございました。